Hello guys, and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with me, your host Dean, and welcome back to Serbia, where we're the manager of Vojvodina. We have reached the end of the regular season, 30 games into the season. We're obviously here to have a look back at what we've done and then kick off the championship group. So hopefully we can knock Serbia off the list this time around. In terms of how things have gone, last time you were here, we took on Crvena Zvezda. We were defeated 1-0, and we took on Zelenica and picked up a 1-0 win there, which was really, really good to see. We then took on Kitbasher in the league, a nice, comfortable 3-0 win in this one. Juan Rossi and Volkan Gul with both of the goals in this one. Nice, comfortable victory there. We did lose to Lazio 3-1 in the Europa League. Napredak were next up, 4-0 win in this one. We found a little bit of form. Some goals flying in. Admir Petrovic, Facundo Rios with a double. Finally started scoring some goals as Rios. And then Mohamed Biharak got himself on the score sheet as well. We scored 6 in the next one against Radnik Sudalika. Rossi got 2. Mustafa Goma with 1. And Volkan Gul bagged himself a hat-trick in this one. Very, very good performance by the boys. We then drew in the Europa League with Real Hispalas before knocking Radniki 1923 out of the cup, and then back-to-back games against them, we beat them in the league as well. Facundo Rios with the only goal of the game in the 80th minute. PAOK in the Europa League, 1-0 win, which was great, and we then beat Partizan 1-0 in the league as well, which absolutely fantastic. Mustafa Goma with the goal in this one. A fairly even game, probably deserved to be a draw. You can see that Dejan Pajic has managed to pick up the man of the match performance there in goal for us. So that was good. We did lose to Dinamo in the Europa League, though, before beating Rangers in the Europa League. And we actually finished in the top 8 in the Europa League in the group, which was, really, really good. That win over Rangers is what got us there in the end. Beat the likes of Napoli, Schalke, Kukuriki as well, of course, and Partizan are in there as well. So there's a few clubs from Serbia in there. So we made it through to the round of 16 because we were into that top 8, which was good. So we then had the mid-season break and we came back, and our form was a little bit patchy. It was a 1-1 with Radniki. Rossi got a goal for us in the 54th minute before Savic equalised in the 85th for Radniki. It was disappointing to drop points there. Did win the next two, though, against Mladost. 2-0, Juan Rossi with a double, and then 3-0 against India. Goma, Rakovic and Rios in the 91st minute. Again, that was a really good performance against India in that one. But then we did drop points to Novi Sad. This was, highly disappointing. Koksic give us the lead. I know Koksic equalised for us, I beg your pardon. Svetkovic give Novi Sad the lead in the 29th minute. You can see how many shots that we've had compared to Novi Sad's. Disappointing to drop points. Thankfully, we did beat Kukuriki in the league, though. Kukuriki have found some great form in this sort of second half of the regular season. We went 2-0 up. It was Rios and Biharak, and then Slavkovic got one back in the 88th minute for Kukuriki, and it was a little bit squeaky bum time. It was a fairly even game all round, but it was great to get the win. We were drawn against them in the Europa League round of 16, though, and they did beat us 4-2 this time around at their place. Rios and Petrovic with the goals for us, Makanen, Stojnic and Slavkovic on the score sheet for Kukuriki. TSC, it was another disappointing result against TSC in the league. Halili with our goal in the 42nd minute. Starvanovic was sent off on the 45th minute as well, which made it difficult. Pascal Wall got the equaliser in the 79th minute for TSC. We did beat Kukuriki 2-1 in the return leg of the Champions League, but unfortunately that meant a 5-4 defeat on aggregate to Kukuriki, so we were out of the Europa League, not the Champions League. Thankfully, since then, though, we have hit a little bit of a purple patch. And the first one was against Crvena Zvezda, 2-1 win. Rios and Rossi with goals in the first half. That was after Caicedo had given Crvena Zvezda the lead in the first minute. And I thought we were in to be on the wrong end of a hiding, really. They missed a penalty in the 74th minute, which really saved our bacon. They were arguably the better team as well. 1-0 against Novi Pazar, good result. Scoreline, a little bit poor, really. It took us to the 86th minute for Facundo Rios to get the only goal of the game. And then Zelenica again, 1-0 in this one. 49th minute for Blagovic Another good performance though. So where we actually finished in the preliminary phases, we did actually manage to finish on top by 2 points over Crvena Zvezda. Kukuriki just a further point behind. We've got the best defence in the league, which is helping us out. Only the second highest scorers though behind Crvena Zvezda. So we come into the final phase. We've got 7 games in this one. We've played each team once, so we do need to make the results count if we're going to be ticking Serbia off this season. I have made some signings since you were last with us as well. Unfortunately, I can't register them because they went in the transfer window. The free signings, all 3 of them are Colombians. Oscar Monsalve is the first one. He's a right-sided midfielder. Fairly decent as an inside forward. He can't finish though, which again is something that I tend to find with inside forwards. For whatever reason, they can't finish. Obviously, he's actually more of a winger than he is an inside forward, which is fair enough. Next in through the door was Mateo Gomez. He is a midfielder slash right-sided midfielder slash attacking midfielder. He's more of an attacking midfielder. I've got him training to be a segundo volante. He's actually pretty decent if we have a look. Segundo volante. He's got all the attributes he needs. He's even got 8 tackling, 7 marking, so he's not that bad defensively. He's the 25-year-old Colombian. They're on a lot of wages, which is understandable, but they are valued quite highly for our squad anyway, certainly. I've got them playing for the under-19s at the minute because obviously they can't get any game time in the first team. He has picked up an injury though, unfortunately, but again, he's a very, very good player and I'm pleased to have signed him. And the final one in was Juan Guevara, central defender. Again, the attributes themselves, they speak for themselves. Again, he's playing for the under-19s while we can't register him. But some three good players that we've brought in there for Vojvodina for going forward. There's a couple gone out. Popovic has gone out on loan to Zelenica. Mitic has gone for 100k, and Adis Karic has gone for up to 700k. A couple of unhappy players. Gomez also unhappy because he thinks he should be playing every single week. But we've sent Vuk Popovic out on loan to get some game time. He hasn't scored yet for Zelenica in the 2 games. He's still listed as a promising striker, so I'm expecting big things of him. Anyway, getting into today's game, it's Crvena Zvezda, so this is potential. This could be title deciding. Now, today we're going to do the first game of the episode. We're also going to do, the first game of the championship group. We're also going to do then either the championship winning game or the last game, depending on which one it is. But Crvena Zvezda first of all, and this is the lineup that we're going to go with. It's going to be Pajic in goal, of course. Mohamed Koksis Kovac as the 2 central defenders. Juricic as the left-sided defender. Volkan is going to play as the defensive midfielder on defend today. He's pretty good there, really. Blagojevic, who is leaving as well, he's going on a free transfer. He's going to Porto once his contract expires. A little bit disappointing, really, but he wanted absolutely astronomical money to stay with us. Birak on the other side, he's wanted by a Serbian club, but he's improving. Rossi has found himself playing on the left-hand side more than anywhere else for us in the second half of the season. 22 goals in 36 in all competitions. He's been the star player of the season without a doubt. Petrovic comes in on the right-hand side. I do believe that we've got an injury to Milanic. We do indeed. Milanic has had a great season though. And then Facundo Rios, who took his time to get going, but he's now got 10 in 13, 7 in 8 in the league, which is it's not too bad of a return, and I'm quite pleased that he has started to play pretty well. So as we get the game underway, this is absolutely massive, and we do have the first highlight for Crvena Zvezda. They are coming down the right-hand side. It's Kapango and Bala with the ball forward. It's a poor one though. Kovac could have let it go. Thankfully, Juricic does get the second ball. Rossi looking for the long ball towards Rios. Facundo Rios is in. The Portuguese, he's put it in the back of the net. Facundo Rios gives us the lead in the 4th minute with his 11th goal of the season. And that is the start that we needed against Crvena Zvezda. Like I said, guys, this is potential championship deciding game. If we can keep our form up. If we don't hit a little rough patch like we have done a couple of times this season, then we are in the driving seat. 23 on the clock now. We're coming forward again down the right-hand side. Mohamed with the ball into the box towards Biharak, who gets his head on it. We hit the crossbar. Rios can't get the follow-up. Biharak misses the second header, and that's a little bit of a let-off there for Crvena Zvezda. You can see by the match stats in the top left, we've started off much brighter, and Petrovic is looking to pile the misery on them. Rossi gets it back into the box. It's booted clear though, but Rossi should know. If Rossi gives up and Caicedo gets there, Crvena Zvezda looking to counter-attack. Ball across towards Nedic. Coxis does well to get back and win that ball, but they do still have it with Nedic on this right-hand side. He's got 2 players with him, but he's going to get the ball in. No, it's well blocked, and now it's Rossi. Comes back to Juricic. Juricic inside to Kovac. Kovac goes long, looking for Rios. It can't get there. Kapango wins the header, but Biharak picks up the second ball. Now Blagojevic has lost the ball. It's Caicedo of Crvena Zvezda looking to get Nedic away. He's inside the penalty area. The defender gets across to get the block in. Doesn't quite get there. It's forced Pajic into a good save, and Crvena Zvezda starting to pile the pressure on now. They do have a corner, which is going to be taken by Montes. Montes goes deep with this one. Pajic comes out and claims that absolutely beautifully. And that's exactly what you want from your goalkeeper. Right on the stroke of half-time now, we do have a corner. We are dangerous from these. It's Petrovic to take it. It's towards that near post. Nedic heads it clear, though. Caicedo helps it further on, but Blagojevic is going to get there. Takes it past a couple of men. Has an effort. It's a tame effort, though. And Orela claims that one quite comfortably. And at half-time, you can see there, guys, we are on top, which is huge. It's absolutely huge. We need to be on our game, really, to beat Crvena Zvezda. It's a great goal by Facundo Rios so early on. They do still pose a threat, though, Crvena Zvezda, so we're going to have to keep our wits about us in the second half. Us with the first highlight. It's Petrovic again towards Kovac. It's a decent header, but he can't quite keep it down, and it's gone over the bar. As long as we're getting highlights for us, guys, I don't care. I'll take 1-0, and as I say that, Crvena Zvezda get a highlight. Lima takes the throw and finds Mbala. Back to Lima. Inside to Leroy. I didn't quite catch that. Volkan comes across, cuts that out nicely. Blagojevic feeds Biharak. Nedic gets back to Biharak, though. We seem to be getting overrun a little bit in the middle of the park. Nedic bringing the ball forward. It finds Zivkovic into Leroy. Leroy for Nedic again inside the area. Stefan Nedic has squared the game for Crvena Zvezda after, I think it was Biharak who gave the ball away in the centre of the park. We do get overrun a little bit in the centre of the park. We need to be a little bit stronger. And it's as you were, really. Back to 2 points to gap instead of the 5. It was looking quite nice with 5 points at the top. And they come in again. It's Orela with the goal kick. Can we win the header? We can, but Leroy picks the ball up and Bala goes long. This should be easy for our defenders, and Mohamed brings it down, finds Pajic. Pajic who goes long. Rios, win the header, please. He does. It finds Rossi. Biharak again, looking forward. Biharak's given the ball away again. Thankfully, Petrovic has got it back. Finds a Volkan into Biharak. Coxis. Can we pick that killer pass? We can. It's looking for Petrovic. It's cut out by Mbala, but Mohamed wins the header. Blagojevic again. Looking for Petrovic. Mbala gets there again, but again, Mohamed wins the header. Biharak with the effort from range. Oh my God, it's gone in. Mohamed Biharak with his 8th of the season, 8 goals from a defensive midfield position is absolutely fantastic, and he's made up for giving that ball away for Crvena Zvezda's equaliser. I wasn't expecting the shot, I have to admit. I was not expecting the shot here. I think he's just tried his luck, and the goalkeeper obviously wasn't expecting it either, because that was poor goalkeeping really. But we've restored our lead, and that does move us back to 5 points clear at the top, which is the all important thing. And that is a great win, guys. That is a fantastic win. So what that does then, guys, is that gives us a 5-point lead at the top with 6 games remaining. That's one hand on the trophy, effectively, for Vojvodina. Kukuriki still do have a game in hand, though, so they can reduce that gap back down to 3 points. Let's obviously hope they don't, but I think we've got one hand on that trophy now, which is great. Like I say, we're going to come back either championship winning game or the last game of the season, whichever one it is. We have had a couple of rough patches this season. Let's hope we don't have another one with Vojvodina. We just need to bring this home now. We've got 6 games to do it. So I'll catch up with you guys again, whichever game it is. So I'll see you in a minute, guys. Right, guys, welcome back. We've reached that point of the season. Like I said, we're not quite at the end of the season yet, but before we get into today's game, I want to go over, I missed a couple of signings at the start of the episode. I missed one out, which was Herbert Janssen, of course, our left-sided attacking midfielder. He went to Al Shabab for 1.6 million, and that gave me some funds to bring back Sander Meshirosh from Partizan for 1.2 million. Of course, he left at the end of last season for, it was 1.6 million we sold him for. Partizan only played him 4 times, so I took the opportunity to bring him back. Last season's top scorer for us, got 20 and 26 in the league. So I thought, why not? Unfortunately for him, Facundo Rios has picked up a lot of form. And Mesheros has not really had a look in. Facundo Rios, by the way, is turning into one hell of a player. I think that he's going to be absolutely fantastic. If he could just get rid of that, then he'd be great. But anyway, since obviously the start of the episode, we beat Crvena Zvezda 2-1. We then went through on penalties in the cup against Mladost Gat. Closer game than it really needed to be. But we did beat Radniki 2-0 in the league. Petrovic and Rios with the goals. A dominant performance, which was really good. Next up was Kukuriki. And this was a tough game. A very tough game. Kukuriki took the lead through a Mohamed own goal. We equalised immediately through Petrovic. Kukuriki then took the lead again through Makinen. So we've had to come from behind twice. And we just about scraped a win. Mesheros, coming back and scoring that goal for us in the 88th minute. In an even game, very even game, we probably just about edged it, particularly in terms of XG, as you can see here in the bottom right corner. Juan Rossi picking up the Man of the Match award. Their goalkeepers had a good game. It was really important that we did beat Kukuriki in that game. And then most recently, it has been TSC. We went away from home and we thumped them 4-0. Coxis, Arossi and Facundo Rios with 2. So where that leaves us in the league, Crvena Zvezda and Kukuriki have both dropped points. We're now 5 points clear of Crvena Zvezda, and Kukuriki are out of it. They're out of it. They can't win it. They're 11 points behind us. So it's between us and Crvena Zvezda now. If we have a look at their schedule, they haven't dropped points really. It's just the 5 which remained from when we beat them. It was Kukuriki who have been dropping points, which is why they've now found themselves so far off the top. You can see that they lost to Crvena Zvezda, they lost to us, they drew with Partizan, and they are now out the title race. But we can, according to my news item, wherever it is, here, Vojvodina take on Partizan. Vojvodina can potentially claim the Super League title with a win over Partizan, but also require results elsewhere to go in their favour, which means we do need TSC to beat Crvena Zvezda if we're to lift it today. Of course, we need to beat Partizan as well. So I'm going to get going because they could potentially beat another game in this episode, but hopefully we can keep up this little run of form that we've had in this championship group so far. We've been really, really good. So the lineup is going to be Pajic, Lisarani comes in at right back, Mohamed, I believe, is suspended. Koksis, Ratkovic is the 2 centre-halves, Juricic on the left-hand side. It's then going to be Blagojevic, Biharak and Volkan as a midfield 3. Petrovic starts on the right-hand side, Rossi on the left, and then Facundo Rios up top. We do have Sandor. No, he's injured. That would have been great if he could have come on and scored against Partizan after the way they've mistreated him. That would have been great, but unfortunately he's injured. So that's the lineup for today, guys. A win for us and a defeat for Crvena Zvezda brings the title to Vojvodina. And we get our first highlight in. It is for Partizan, unfortunately. It's going to be Tripkovic to take the throw in. It's a deep one, but we do somehow manage to get it away. No, they've ended up with the ball anyway. Tripkovic coming inside, gets his effort away. I think it's took a deflection off the defender. Good work from the defender there, and it's looped up into the arms of Pajic, which is really good. Still 0-0 in the other game as well, which is the important one. I think we do need them to lose and us to win, though. For us to win the title, it'll be Vojvodina. The TSC have just taken the lead away to Crvena Zvezda. That's huge. That's huge. We've not started off very well here, though. Partizan are the dominators, really. We're going to have to get a bit shouty at half-time by the looks of it. But Vukovic with the goal kick for Partizan. Koksis gets up, heads it away. Tadea forward. Lisani cuts it out. Petrovic now striding forward. He's tackled by Tadea, though. It's a little bit too weak in possession. He's done well to win it back, though, as Petrovic. And now we find the ball at the feet of Ratkovic. Forward towards Volkan. Ratkovic again. Volkan into Blagojevic. Forward towards Rossi. This is the opportunity. Rossi, he puts the ball in the back of the net for his 26th of the season. Juan Rossi, who's just been called up to the Argentina squad, by the way, as well, fires us into the lead as Crvena Zvezda go behind. So I think, guys, I haven't actually done the mathematics, but I think that would make us champions. But Partizan have been dangerous so far in this game. I think that's our first effort on target. So there's every opportunity for them to get back into it. But Koksis does well to win that header. Novak, though, finds Adani on the right-hand side. passing the ball around, looking for that opening. Ratkovic and Koksis sort of getting each other's way there, but we've ended up with a ball. No, Lucerni's lost it. They're through here at Partizan. He's inside the area. He's tried to square it, and it's looped up on top of the crossbar off a Vojvodina defender. We just need to get into half-time here so I can have a little bit of a chat with the boys and just tell them to calm down, really. Rossi does well to head that away. Petrovic is going to get to the loose ball as well, and he takes it past his man. He's going forward. He needs some support, though, does Petrovic. Finds it all the way back with Juricic. That's really good play from Petrovic there. But this would give us a 7-point lead, actually, with 2 games remaining. So this would bring the title to us. Crvena Zvezda have equalised, though. So I think that still brings us the title if we win. We've grown into that half, which is good. Vojvodina, of course, they do have a Serbian league title already in the 50s, I believe, the 2050s. So obviously nearly 30 years ago now. Crvena Zvezda 1 apiece. So that would still bring the title to us if things stay as they are. It is Partizan on the attack in this second half, though, on the right-hand side. Only Fras with the ball into the box, cleared by Koksis, but the ball is just it's coming back. They've had an effort. Licerani, I beg your pardon, gets in the way of that one. Its body's on the line for the Vojvodina defenders today. Tripkovic to take this corner, though. It's a deep one, which it's a poor header. Poor header from the Partizan player there. Half an hour to hold on, guys. So we're into the final 10 minutes now, and we've got a highlight. No, I don't want to highlight. Juricic with the ball. Ratkovic finds Koksis. Crvena Zvezda are still 1 apiece, by the way. Back to Pajic. We just need to keep hold of this ball now. Let's not do anything that we don't need to, like that. And now Partizan have the ball. They've nodded it on. Biharak's done well to read that, though, and get back. Juricic looking for the switch. It's a good switch. Rios picks up the ball. Is that a foul from Gunnarsson on Rios? Personally, in my opinion, I don't think it is. I think the direction the ball went off in, I think Gunnarsson got the ball. But of course, it wouldn't be a game of Football Manager 23 without a VAR decision. So let's see what the outcome is here. It could be title deciding. It could not be. It's no penalty, which was my initial thought. It's a good tackle by Gunnarsson. But like I say, I know I criticise this pretty much every episode, guys. It wouldn't be a game of Football Manager 23 without a VAR decision. There's far too many of them. But inside the final 5 minutes, Ratkovic finds a Vulcan to Rossi, the goal scorer. Ratkovic again to Koksis. Koksis with a bit of time finds Blagojevic. Koksis again. Go back to Pajic. That's all we need to do. Ratkovic finds Biharak into Blagojevic. Nice play here. Rios forward towards Petrovic. He's in for 2. He's put it wide of the post. Partizan make a triple change. Crvena Zvezda, I've just seen it flash up on the screen there, though. A 2-1 up. Petrovic now with the ball, looking to feed it towards Rossi, but the defender does get there. Now Ratkovic wins that header. Juricic helps it further on. The ball falls at the feet of a Partizan player, though. Rossi knows Vulcan. Vulcan's got himself sent off in the final couple of minutes. That's a shame. That is a shame. Let's take Rios off, and we're gonna bring Predrag Kovac on in that defensive midfield role. Just try and hold on. We've got 3 minutes of injury time. TSC, if you could score a goal, it'd be great. It's all of a sudden it's 4-1 to Crvena Zvezda. Where did that come from? From Crvena Zvezda. Unfortunately, that means that the title doesn't come to us today. It's a good result against Partizan, though. Very good result. And for a brief minute there, we were the champions. As it happens, it's going to be the next game. But Crvena Zvezda scored in the 86th, the 91st, and the 96th minute against TSC. Which... it's almost as if Football Manager wanted them to win. So, we do have, obviously, after confirmation of that game, Kukariki did win 3-0 as well, but they are out of it. They can't even finish second anymore, looking at the goal difference. It's 5 points still, guys, with 6 remaining. So, we do have another game. Our next game is against one of the Radnikis. I can't remember which one. It's against Radniki, who are currently at bottom of this championship group. We're away from home though. Crvena Zvezda have got Kulabara, but as long as we win, it doesn't really matter what Crvena Zvezda do. It's not too far away, guys. It's in 3 days, so I'm going to click forward to that, and we'll come back and do the third game of today's episode. Right, guys, welcome back. We've gone through those 3 days now. We are away to Radniki, hoping to wrap this title up. In those 3 days, we've had some bids come in for Rossi, Southampton and Bournemouth, both of the Premier League, both with bids. I've come to pick today's lineup, and you can see that we've got a little bit of an issue. We've got 4 players suspended. Obviously, Volkan was sent off in the last game, and just an accumulation of yellow cards throughout the season. So, let's see what the assistant decides, and we'll decide what we're going to change. I don't really have much choices, though, to be entirely honest with you. I would not like to play Tomovic in there, please, if at all possible. I would rather have Coxus, in fact Kovac, in there. Let's do that little change there. I know that Kovac played the last game. There's a couple of tired legs. That's not too bad, really. It's not too bad. So it's very similar to the last game. It is Mohamed comes in at right back. Markovic comes in at left back. Kovac is that defensive midfielder. Milanic comes in on the right hand side. He's still not up to, well, he's not match fit after his injury. He's not really had a look in. Petrovic has been in pretty good form, to be honest. Rossi, who is in need of a rest, remains out there on the left-hand side. Then Facundo Rios on the striker position. And we're underway. This should be a relatively easy game if you have a look at the form of the two sides. Of course, we're on fantastic form. The last 5, Radniki have lost all 5 of them. So we should be in the best possible position we can be. Kolibara have taken the lead against Crvena Zvezda through Milosavljevic as well. Of course, we saw in the last game that Crvena Zvezda went behind that. They won 4-1. It's ours. It's 2-0 now to Kolibara. We might not have to actually do anything at all here, and Crvena Zvezda they've pulled one back. I'm going to stop talking about Crvena Zvezda because every time I do, there's a goal goes in at that stadium. It's 3-1 to Kolibara. We've done absolutely nothing ourselves. You wouldn't think that we're out to win the title here. Juan Rossi's obviously had the best performance so far. We do need to go and get a goal, though. I still think Crvena Zvezda are going to win that game. I have to be honest. And I'd very much like for us to win as well. And we get our first highlight of the game, but it is for Radniki. It's Stevic with the free kick towards that back post. Rossi heads it clear, only as far as Pereira, who goes backwards, finds Lukic on the left-hand side. It comes inside to Simic. He's tackled well by Milanic. Milanic still going as well. And the ball works out to Lukic on the left-hand side, forward towards Jurcic. The Pajek comes out really well, claims that one, and he looks to get us away straight away. Facundo Rios, who's just about to come off, by the way, because he's playing poorly, is on to that, and he's put the ball in the back of the net. Facundo Rios, with his 15th of the season after his slow start to life here in Serbia, has really, really found his feet now. And I'll be honest, I'm thinking about trying to bring him to Scotland with me when we go. Of course, it depends on finances and stuff like that, who we can get in at Scotland. Of course, there's the 2 big teams, as there are in real life, Celtic and Rangers. More Celtic than Rangers, though. Radniki still can get Pajec, chooses to punch that for whatever reason. Pereira gets it back into the box towards the back post, and they've equalised through Svetkovic. That's not in the script, guys. Come on, Vojvodina. Scotland. It's Celtic 9 years out of 10, then Rangers pop up with 1, then Celtic go 9 years out of 10 again, and it's very much as it is in real life still in Scotland. Mohamed gets up to head that clear. Milanic helps it further on, but Jurcic is going to get there. Finds a Kish. Back to Alexis. Simic to Stevic again, the corner taker. Gets it inside towards Jurcic. He's come through the legs of Ratkovic. Jurcic makes it 2-1 to Radniki, and I said that the form, they've not won a game in the last 5. They've taken the lead against the champions-elect, shall we say, in Vojvodina. With 15 minutes remaining, let's have a shout at them because this is not good enough. This is not good enough at all. Ratkovic is on a 5.9. 5.9. My players have not played well at all. Luckily for us, though, Crvena Zvezda is still losing 3-1. Coxis finds Markovic. Markovic with the long ball looking for Rios, but Kish is going to get there. Finds Alexic in the middle. They're just keeping the ball now, obviously, to stop us scoring. They've gone long, though. Kovac wins that header. It falls at the feet of Mohamed. Mohamed, can he spark something? Kovac, Biharak, forward towards Rios. Questions of offside. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's that VAR again. Ian again, Football Manager. It's wait till the 92nd minute this time round, but I think that Rios was offside. Let's see how far, and let's see just whether we needed a VAR decision, because he's offside. He's never onside at once in the build-up to that. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Unfortunately, we've lost, but we are the champions, which is all that matters. Crvena Zvezda lost as well. That's our first defeat in quite some time, by the way, and it is to the team in the least amount of form in the league. It's unfortunate. I think maybe we're a bit complacent there. Myself included. I said that we should win this easily at the start of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't. A lot of players missing through suspension, though, and injury. But it doesn't matter, because we're the champions of Serbia, and that means nation number 24 is now complete, which is fantastic. On to number 25, which is Scotland. We are 5 points clear with 1 game remaining. I believe our next game, which it doesn't really matter in the context of things, is against Kolubara, who've effectively just won the title for us there by beating Crvena Zvezda 4-2. But we are the champions, which does mean we need the sheet. And here it is. Nation number 24 ticked off. So we have now got, what's that, 9 left. 9 left. I don't know why I couldn't work that out in my head. 9 nations left, which is fantastic. We are getting there, guys. We are getting there slowly but surely, but we're getting there. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. Slightly longer with the 3 games, of course. You never know when you're going to win the title, which game it's going to be. But that is a good result, and now we do win our first Serbian title since 2058, so it's 24 years since we last won the title here at Vojvodina. They're now 2 times winners of the Serbian Super League, which is fantastic for Vojvodina. But guys, that is the end of today's episode. We are the champions of Serbia. Next time you see me, we'll be in Bonnie, Scotland. Of course, depending on who we get, who loses the job in Scotland. Hopefully it's Rangers. I can't see Celtic losing it after how many they've won in succession, unless the manager retires. But hopefully it's Rangers. Maybe not. Maybe an Aberdeen or a Hearts or somebody like that. Somebody relatively close to the top anyway. But yeah, guys, fantastic to win in Serbia. It's only took us 2 seasons, which is really good going, or a season and a half, I should say. Which is fantastic. And of course, Champions League football for Vojvodina as well. So we're putting some finances in the bank there as well. But thank you very much, guys. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button. And I'll see you all in Scotland in the next episode. So cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.